All right, Pickleball Nation, welcome back. This is Pickleball Warriors. I'm Brian. This week we talk about re-gripping your paddle, why we do this, and what effects it can have on your game. All right, Warriors, welcome back. So like I said, we're going to talk about re-gripping your paddle, and this is a very simple process, and this may seem very elementary to some of you, but to a lot of our viewers who are newer players, they maybe think that this is something they can't do or might not do properly. So I want to take some time to show you that it's not that difficult, and talk about some reasons why we do this. So I liken this to when you're shopping for a car. When you shop for that car, you've got to find the car that does the right thing for you and the way you want it to do it, right? So when you shop for your paddle, it's kind of the same thing. You're looking for that paddle that feels good to you and performs the way you want it to. And I liken the changing of the grip. Just like you have to maintain your tires on your vehicle, you've got to change them out when they wear out periodically. Same thing goes for your grip, guys. It's just as important. Grips get dirty, like this one. They get worn out, slippery, or even wear to a point where you can start to see what's underneath them. Definitely time to change your grips when this happens. So here's some basic things that we need. You need to go out and pick what kind of grip you want. I've got colors. I've got just straight 12 packs of black tacky grip, as well as there's even other specialty grips out there like this one that's got a little extra ridge built in that gives you kind of finger grips on the paddle. These came out a few years ago. Yola was putting them on their paddles, and I found an aftermarket seller that sells them as well. So good types to have, good things to use. I've got some black tape for some extra finishing off on the grip. Sometimes people like to do that. Pair of scissors to do some trimming, and then the grip that I'm going to put on this paddle. So what we got to do first is take the old grip off. Now a lot of your paddles have these paddle or handle rubber bands at the top of your grip, and I like to just stretch it up to the top, kind of get it out of the way, and then I'm going to remove the old grip. So we got to start with the tape at the top, just kind of take that off. All right, so we start by taking the old grip off. Get the tape off the top first, and then just unravel that thing all the way back down to what lies underneath. Once you've got that off, throw that away. Now I left the stock grip on this one because I liked the size of it and everything, and it felt good. It was thinner, but I just didn't like how this grip was performing. That's why I over gripped this paddle. So next I'm going to lay things out. So you've got a little bit of paddle tape that comes with your grips. Usually every grip is going to come with a little strip of tape that you can or cannot use. It just depends on you as the paddle user. Now the way I like to start wrapping on the side of the grip about middle to back of the grip. Okay, and why do I like to start there? Because I feel like if I leave a little bit sticking out, that if I did that in the middle of the flat side of the grip, that it would probably bother my hand a little bit, and you really need as little distraction as possible when you're playing. So I definitely don't want to leave that on there or leave it sticking out if I make a mistake. Now obviously I'm going to take my time. Usually you want to take your time anytime you do this because you don't want it to come undone when you're playing, and you don't want to leave any little bubbles or gaps. So you're pulling it taut. You're not over tightening it, over pulling it, because you don't want to break it or make it too thin across your surface. And then once you make that first pass, now I'm just going to start stepping it down. Okay, very simple. Take your time doing it. And I'll tell you, a lot of times I will dry wrap a grip over the paddle, and then I will re-wrap it again for the final finish to make sure it's exactly the way I want it to look, exactly the way I want it to feel. All right, and as a rule of thumb, doing this right before a match or in between points on a match, it's probably not going to go over very well with your opponent, or just yourself, making yourself feel that anxious if you've got to hurry up and do this and get it done. So now a lot of these aftermarket grips, they come with a little bit of a sticky tab at the end of this part here, which is just simply good because you get it done and you kind of set it and it'll hold, and then you can kind of look it over, make sure you like how it looks, run your hands across it. Yep, I think that's exactly what I want. Then I'm going to go to my handle tape here that comes with this package, and you remove the backing. Don't let it stick to itself. And I'm just going to start, boom, right there, and then I just wrap it around. And it's okay to overlap it. Keep it towards the top as much as possible because you, like I say, you want it out of the way. And then on this particular paddle, this is a shorter grip paddle. It's not a long, elongated grip. So I'm probably not going to use my black tape, but I do see people that have the longer grip paddles. Go ahead and take a piece of that black tape just to finish it off, to give it that extra firm feeling in their own mind. That's totally okay. All right, obviously I've already pre-trimmed this grip beforehand, so I won't need my scissors, but I always have them on hand. That way when I'm getting down to it, I know I've got it trimmed exactly the way I want. Now I work this, the paddle handle rubber band here, I work that back down over the top of the grip. That's kind of like the finishing touch for me. It's that last little bit that we're going to put it in place, and it's going to keep this where I want it and not have any problems or unraveling during play. So there you have it. There. Now this is a semi-tack grip. What do we mean by tack? Tack is the sticky substance that we put on grips, or that the manufacturers put on their grips. And there's varying degrees or levels of tack that you can have on these things. There are some really expensive grips out there that literally just one piece roll right over the edge of your paddle, and then you pull the cover off and it's on, it's done. And then those are really fun to get off, but they are super tacky. A little bit more sponginess to them. And just as a heads up, you can, I've already got this overwrapped once. I can go ahead and overwrap it again if I wanted to get a maybe a little bit thicker, spongier feel to my grip. Everyone has their own taste, so you always want to make sure that this is built just like your car, the way you want it to do what you need it to do, and you're tuning up your paddle, so to speak, right? Last time we talked about doing the edge tape wrap, and this time we're doing the grips. This is all a part of maintaining your paddle for its performance and how you want it to play, guys. So there you have it. So hey guys, take a minute right now, hit that subscribe button for me and smash the like button. I appreciate all the followers and support I've had over the past year, and want to keep bringing more quality videos to you guys, but I want to reach others as well. And I can tell by the diagnostics, there's a lot of people out there who aren't subscribed to my channel, and I would really appreciate it. It just helps grow the channel and get further reach out there with others. So how do you like this? What do you think of that? Leave your comments below. I appreciate the feedback always. What's your favorite kind of overgrip? You know, from like this setup is from ADV, and honestly, this is the one I found online from Amazon, and it was a dozen of these for, you know, probably $10, and they are nice and tacky, but they're just black. I like getting the colors in. The color ones, you know, when you want the variety pack, you get a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it sometimes. But I definitely like getting the grips that have a good amount of tack on them to start. Let's wrap up, guys. So remember, you want to keep your grips in good shape, because this is like the tires on your vehicle. If you don't have good grip on the road, you're not going to get where you're going very fast. Keep a couple extra grips in your bag. Like I keep this one in my bag. That way I've always got some to spare. And if I'm in a match or a tournament and I'm in between matches where I realized I'm starting to not like how it feels, or my partner possibly has a blown tire, if you will, I've got extra grips that I can give to them so that they can rewrap, keep going, and feel good about how they're playing. So let me know what you think below. I appreciate all you guys watching out there, and as always, if I don't see you soon, I'll see you on the courts. Have a great day, guys.